28th, our next program at Richmond Culture Center. Here's Nadiim.
Hello everyone. I haven't written in English for the last few years. The only poem I wrote this January in English is on that 150 children in Peshawar who were shot. I will take you a few years back if you want to listen to me. Because I write in 3 different languages and English is my 5th language. And my mother tongue is Punjabi. I write mostly in Urdu, which is a mixture of all Indian languages. And I know the national language of India, Hindi. I can read, write, and I can read, write, and speak Persian as well if somebody wants to. In 2004, when I was doing the research for my novel Rape, I had the chance to go to Cork, Ireland, and visit the graves. And in 1985, if you remember, the Air India plane was bombed. And in that, with 150 children, 1 child died. So this poem is to him. A little hero. In Glasgow Cemetery of Ireland, only heroes, freedom fighters and writers of world fame are buried. In Glasgow Cemetery of Ireland, only heroes, freedom fighters and writers of world fame are buried. Ankur said, which play you wrote? What fame you achieved? What fight you fought? Which independence you won? None. Neither you are a hero, nor you are a leader, neither a crusader, not even a writer. You are only 15 months old. You don't deserve this place. Sorry, I am wrong. You fought the religious hatred, the human passion of revenge. You fought the religious hatred, the human passion of revenge, abhorrence of the sects. You are this world's first, the youngest hero, the symbol of innocence, purity and divinity, pious and pure. Ankur said, you will live to eternity. Ankur said was a 15-year-old kid which came down with all the other 150 children. So this is the first poem. I took you back about 30 years. The next poem I have written is on its heading is Indian Daughter. I wrote it in Urdu in the first place, but I translated it into English just to give it to you. And you must have read about this India's Daughter on the YouTube or about that. I wrote it in 2012 when she was murdered. I call it murder anyway. And this, unfortunately, I forgot her name, she, the documentary she's put on the YouTube now, the BBC, she was the producer on that. Unfortunately, the name is the same as my poem in his documentary, also called India's Daughter. Who was she? Who was gang raped in a bus and thrown on the road to die with a mutilated vagina? Who was she in the worldly relative relations? A daughter, daughter's daughter, son's daughter, granddaughter, great-granddaughter, or daughter-in-law? Sister or sister-in-law? Who was she? Does any relation matters? No. Whoever she was nation's honor, India's daughter. Small poem on this one. I take you in December 15th, I think last month, in Peshawar, when the kids of these officers were lined up and shot with the guns. So I just saw the glimpses on the CNN. I was in Delhi at that day, and I couldn't bear it. So I just wrote these few lines I recited to you. Innocent, dreaded children, dressed in school uniforms, standing against the wall in a row. Innocent, dreaded children, dressed in school uniforms, standing against the wall in a row. In front, I use the word LT, it's the Lashkar-e-Taliba. LT, just a short for that. In front, LT members, laced with automatic guns, recited Kalma, the grace of God. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and opened fire. Amid that deafening gun sounds, tar 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 tar, that was the sound of this. Kids' cries and shrieks muffled, their bodies fell on the floor, swimming in the rivulet of blood. There was blood flowing on the floor. Innocent kid, there is a saying in my language that kids are the image of God. I think it's in English also, I think. Innocent kids, image of God, in the name of God, by the grace of God, murder of God, oh my God. That's a shot. I take you to 9/11 now. My son used to work with McAfee and I went to visit him in Palo Alto. That's where the head office was. On the way back, I was strip searched in front of everybody on San Francisco airport. And I felt very humiliated. My son was standing there, my son-in-law was standing beside over there, and they were watching me being strip searched, and everybody looking at me. And also, his fellow passenger who was beside me, he was, so we boarded, and that's what happened. He was sitting next to me, I don't know why, how he managed to get beside me. Who are you? My fellow passenger asked me. What do you mean? I asked. Are you a Canadian? I interjected. Just understand that. Who are you? My fellow passenger asked me. What do you mean? I asked. Canadian? I interjected. No, I mean, are you a Muslim? Do I look like a Muslim? Are you a Sikh? Do I look like a Sikh? Don't I look like you, a human? He stared at me and turned his face away. Thank you. Now I bring you to the sheer poetry. It's a small couplet. In Urdu we call it kata, but it's in English. I don't know what you can call it. I'm almost finished now. Nonsense. It's almost finished now.